Well, joining us first on the program tonight is former Maharashtra Chief Minister and senior Congress leader, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan. Mr. Chavan, thanks very much for speaking to us. I just wanted to first get a sense from you about the seriousness of this crisis. Clearly, you know, Uddhav Thackeray is facing a crisis, but you all are not giving up either.
No, this is a serious crisis without a doubt. The largest component of the three-party alliance, the Shiv Sena, is apparently split. Now, whether the breakaway group will be recognized as the legal Shiv Sena, whether they will get a two-thirds majority, whether they can prove it before the Honorable Governor and the Speaker, the future will tell us. But there are also, on the other hand, attempts being made for a rapprochement. Some MLAs have been sent by the official group to Guwahati to negotiate a peace deal and all that. They are also being counted in the number of MLAs that you mentioned, the 37 MLAs. So whether the actual magic number of two-thirds MLAs of 37, or Shiv Sena MLAs, not independents, if Shiv Sena 37 MLAs are with the rebel group and they're able to demonstrate before the governor in Mumbai, and only then the split will be sanctified. And then the split party can have this own constitution, they can take an independent political decision.
You're saying that some of the Shiv Sena MLAs who've gone to Guwahati in the last, I would say 24 hours or so, some of them are actually there to try and wean these rebels back. They're not necessarily in Mr. Shinde's camp. That's your claim.
No, this is what we've been told by the official Shiv Sena. We have no any way of verifying it. Many people were considered very close to Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. Have they really deserted him, or they going as peacemakers? We don't know. But that's what we've been told.
So why would they be let into? That Radisson Blue Hotel in Guwahati if they were trying to be peacemakers?
No, but
are they infiltrators? Who have you let the cat out of the bag?
No, I mean, nobody wants the party to split. There are some serious differences. They can be resolved, patched up. If I don't think they've reached a point of no return. If they have, then there'll be a split. And we'll have to face the situation as it appears, right? As it presents itself. But first, the rebel group has to make a formal application to declare their faction as an official Shiv Sena faction, or to not to attract the anti-defection disqualification. There are many steps in between now.
I'll come back to that point in just a bit, Mr. Chavan, but also politically, we heard Sanjay Raut of the Shiv Sena saying that, Uddhav Thackeray can consider splitting from the MVA, the alliance that you're all in together in Maharashtra, if that is what the rebel MLAs want. So is this alliance, I mean, is the future of it now really a big question mark?
No, I think you don't take that statement very seriously. This is definitely an attempt to get the MLAs to come back to Mumbai face-to-face with the Uddhav Thackeray. Whatever Shiv Sena decides will be communicated to us by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray himself. In a meeting of the coordination committee of the three parties, that hasn't happened. We're in constant touch with him. Nothing of the sort has happened. And of course, if he wants to go back to BJP, he is a free man. He is an independent party. He can take a decision, conscious decision. We can't force him to stay in this alliance. It is because of all three parties agreed to form this alliance in 2019 that this alliance was formed and the government was formed. If they have a change of heart, if they want to take a different view, want to go back with BJP, they're of course free to do that. But they could have done that in 2019 itself. So I think you should see that statement in the light that they are trying to invite MLAs back to Mumbai.
So you don't see that as a genuine threat to leave the MVA. You don't see the possibility of the Shiv Sena going back to the BJP?
No, I think that will be a major step on Mr. Uddhav Thackeray's part, because the relations are so bitter. They're much more bitter than what they're between Mr. Eknath, Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray. But if they want to patch up, so be it, their decision. But we have not heard anything officially from Mr. Uddhav Thackeray at all.
Right, Mr. Chavan.
We're in constant communication with him.
Right. Now, I'm presuming then, are you all working together with you, Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray, are you all working together behind the scenes, working the phones to see how this can be resolved?
Well, I don't think we have any role to play in convincing Mr. Eknath Shinde or the rebel MLAs who have gone with him. It's an internal issue of the Shiv Sena. If they ask for our help, if they ask that somebody like Mr. Sharad Pawar or somebody else should mediate, that will be a different session. But nobody has asked us to do anything of the sort. And so this issue will have to be resolved by Shiv Sena within their party ambit.
Mr. Chavan, why do you think it is that if indeed Mr. Shinde there sitting in Guwahati has the numbers, that he and the BJP have not staked claim? Is that why you're saying that we should exercise some caution in declaring that they have the 2/3?
Well, actually, you see what can happen, and this is a hypothetical possibility. They may have a number of 37, which is the magic number. And when they go before the Honorable Governor, one or two MLAs say, no, we are not with them, we are going away. Then they'll all be disqualified under anti-defection law. It has to be a number greater than 2/3. Otherwise, it will be a split of less than 2/3 and they can be disqualified. So I don't think this can be taken very lightly. They'll build in a margin of safety and they'll have a much larger than 37 number with them. Only then they'll attempt it. Otherwise, why do you think they're not doing it so far? This number has been floated for quite some time now.
Right. Mr.
So they'll wait for more MLAs to come up.
So are we seeing a protracted, long
Yes.
battle? Is this something that's going to take some time to resolve?
At least a few days.
Okay.
It's not going to happen in the next couple of days.
All right, Mr. Chavan, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV this evening. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister, Senior Congress Leader Prithviraj Chavan saying there we haven't reached a point of no return and that it is going to be a long drawn out battle.